everyone, so today I'm doing a little bit of a different video. I know I've said that before, but this is really different. It's nothing really makeup related at all. I just kind of wanted to take a step back and focus on some real things, I guess you could say. If you're a mom, if you're a soon-to-be mom, I wanted to talk about some things that I couldn't live without with having my two kids, and I think that would be super beneficial for any of you guys that have kids, or especially if you're about to be a mom, if you're pregnant and about to have a baby. These are things that I think are must-haves in my opinion. I couldn't live without them. So these are things that you can get on Amazon, and I know that you can get them in other stores too. I mean, you can go out to the store and purchase these, but if you're anything like me and you know, the less contact you have to come in with people, the better. So I personally shop on Amazon all the time. Even if I can find it in store, I'd rather buy it on Amazon and just have it shipped to my house. That way I don't have to leave my home and take my kids with me and just deal with the driving and the in the store and the toddler tantrums. It's just, that's just why I love Amazon so much. And also, ignore my nasally sounding nose. My kids have been sick and they were so kind to pass it on to me. I've tried to cover up the redness around my nose as much as I can, and you know, there you go. Life as a mom. You get sick way more than you used to because your kids pick up every little germ that they can possibly find and spread the love with you. It's amazing. I just love them so much. If you guys are new, hey, my name's Liz. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below. Also ring your notification bell so you guys are notified for all my future videos. And if you guys want to see some of my Amazon mom favorites, then just keep watching. So like I said before, these are things that I think that you absolutely need as a mom or a soon-to-be mom. They've just really been a lifesaver for me, each in their own different kind of way. If you aren't a fan of pregnancy talk or after labor issues or nursing talk, if you don't like any of that, this probably isn't the video for you. So you can go ahead and click off because I will be talking about those things. If they make you uncomfortable, just, you're good to leave. But I will be talking about those things. You know, if you're a mom or soon to be mom, it's probably important. Okay, so I'm gonna kind of start off kind of in the labor side of things first. The very first product that I want to mention, and I have talked about it a couple times here on my channel, when you're going through labor, at least for me, you want to make sure that you have chapstick. That's just one thing that I've noticed with the 2 times that I've been in labor. You don't feel good. My lips always got so dry and chapped. I don't know why this is. I've had other women tell me that the same thing happened to them. So I always made sure to have some kind of lip balm or chapstick or anything like that. I didn't have this either of the times that I was into labor. It is a kind of recent discovery earlier this year, but I wish that I had had this because it's amazing. It's the Laneige Lip Sleeping Mask. I don't know if it's just me or if it's other moms out there too, but after I've had a baby, especially, you know, right after the laboring and everything just gets so dry. My skin is dry, my lips are dry, my scalp gets really dry. But for my lips, I think that this is an absolutely amazing product. A sleeping mask that you put on your lips. You can put it on during the day. Honestly, when my lips are feeling pretty dry, I'll go ahead and put this on just a little bit and wear it throughout the day. It gives a really pretty glossy finish to it too. But at night, I'll take a little bit more slather on my lips, and I wake up in the morning and my lips just feel absolutely amazing. So make sure you have some sort of lip balm or something like that when you're going through the delivery process. It's an absolute lifesaver, and this is one that I wish that I had had through that because it's so intense and so moisturizing. Honestly, this is worth every single penny. It really is a lifesaver for your lips. If you're somebody who suffers from dry lips, I would highly recommend this, especially in your laboring, delivery, postpartum care. This would be a lifesaver. Okay, and now let's talk about a product that you can use after you've had your baby. If you're choosing whether to nurse or you're choosing to Formula feed, both is 100% fine in my eyes. If you're choosing to breastfeed, this is something that I would highly recommend. If you're formula feeding, you don't really have to worry about it, but it is called the Earth Mama Angel Baby Natural Nibble Butter. I could describe the first times of nursing, painful, toes curling in pain. Yeah, I'm probably not painting the best picture of it, but that's because it really is not the best thing in the world. For me, the very first time was horrible. And then with my second daughter, it had been, 2 years since I'd nursed, and the same thing happened. It's extremely painful. When you're dealing with cracked and bleeding nipples, this is a lifesaver to me. I would put this on after every single time I would nurse. And then I would put my nursing pads over it underneath my bra. And it just soothed them and healed them, and it just made it better. I'm not a big fan of the Lanola lotion, oil, whatever it's called. I really, really liked this. It smells like cocoa, which, is nice. So it has a good scent to it. It's kind of balmy when you first look at it, when you first touch it. Rub it on your finger a little bit, and that's when it gets soft and liquidy, and then you rub it on, and it feels great. So if you're dealing with that, or you want to have some on hand, I got a 2-pack on there. You don't have to wash it off after you've used it, because it is safe for you and the baby. So you don't have to worry about, wiping it off, washing it off before you nurse. This is 100% fine. And the nice thing is you can use it on so many different things. You can use it for your lips. If your baby has rosy, rashy cheeks, you can use it on that, on your elbows, anything. So if that's been an issue for you and you haven't found a good cream or anything like that while you're nursing, this is something I would highly, highly recommend. Kind of sticking with that nursing kind of theme, this pillow has been my best friend since my first baby was born. Yep. Since my first baby was born. If you don't know what it is, this is a Boppy, and it goes around you. It just goes around you, and your baby can lay on it when you nurse. I love this thing. I have to have it when I'm nursing. It just supports the baby really, really well, and it just makes things so much easier. You're already kind of struggling, the baby's struggling, learning how to breastfeed, and this just helps. You can obviously use just a regular pillow, but for me personally, just the fact that this wraps all the way around you, whatever position really you want to put the baby in, this is pretty perfect for it. You can also get these little cute covers on Amazon. I got this one off of Amazon, and there were several others, so that you can take it off and wash it. That way you're not getting throw up or spit up or whatever it may be on the pillow itself, because trust me, this thing has been through a lot. My first baby spit up all the time, like projectile, every single time I nursed her. It was so crazy. So this thing has been washed, and it's been through a lot. So I would highly recommend getting a cover for it as well, but this thing, I could not do a pregnancy without it. I couldn't do nursing a baby without this. Again, kind of around the same theme. This is a little nursing cover, and it's cool because it's not just a nursing cover. You can use it for multiple things. My sister gave this one to me, and she also bought me one for my baby shower with my first. But it's just this little thing. I don't know how well you can see it, but it's kind of shorter, smaller on one end, and then it just gets flowier towards the bottom. You can put it on and cover yourself when you're nursing your baby. I found it a lot easier to use something like this rather than just a blanket thrown over yourself. But this goes all the way around you so that you're covered on your back and your front. That way you're not worried about, the baby pulling it off or anything like that. So it keeps you pretty modest. And then you can also use it as a car seat cover, putting it just over your car seat. And then the main thing that I use it for right now, since I'm not nursing anymore, is I use it as a grocery cart cover. I just put it over the grocery cart, and then the baby just sits in the middle if that makes sense. That way I'm not worried about germs and things like that. And where she likes to put everything in her mouth right now, she's not biting the bar. I have this covering it, and then I just throw it in the wash. And then another thing to kind of go along with the same thing is this guy, the Spectra breast pump. I bought this because the first one that I had with my baby, with my oldest, it was one that like a doctor prescribed, so it wasn't very good. So then when I had my second pregnancy, I wanted a different one, and this is the one that I picked up, and I actually really like it. It has different modes, different cycles, and so it just did a lot more for me. I felt like the experience of pumping was a lot better when I used this. And then the nice thing is that the top hooks to so many different kind of bottles. This is an Advent bottle and it hooks to that. So really you don't need like a special kind of bottle to use this. And the other nice thing is it comes with 2 different sizes, so that it's not super uncomfortable. There's a bigger one and a smaller one right here. So when you pump, you're not getting squished in there. So I like that it came with different sizes because everybody is different. But overall, I really liked this. So this one is one that I would highly recommend if you're looking at getting pumps. I did a lot of research. I looked through so many articles, so many reviews, and overall this one seemed to be a pretty good one. And when I got it, I was really happy about it. So if you didn't know, you can get Amazon and do a subscribe and save option. That is fantastic because you can subscribe to items that get sent to you whenever you want, monthly, every 2 months, every 3 months, whatever you want, and they'll automatically ship it out to your house, and it also saves you some money. So instead of buying it for the full price that it wants you to pay, if you subscribe for it, it will cut some of that cost off, and every item that you add, you get like a percentage off. So what we do is we actually buy our diapers and wipes from Amazon. I personally like the Amazon brands the best. We've been doing the Amazon sensitive baby wipes ever since my 3-year-old was born, and I just like them a lot. They don't have a fragrance to them. They don't irritate my baby's bums. They just are really nice, especially with my 3-year-old where she is super sensitive. You leave a dirty diaper on her for longer than 5 minutes, she's covered in a rash, and these do the least amount of, you know, burning to her little bottom as much as you can. So I really enjoy these ones. You can get the packs with the little lids on them, which I personally really like, or you can just get the refills and put them in a wipes case. And then the Amazon diapers, they're called Mama Bear. I really like these. We've been doing Huggies for a really long time and subscribing to those on Amazon, and they worked. But I was finding that they were doing weird stuff. The little beads were coming out really easy, and then they would hang down. The sides wouldn't attach all the way, and it would just like hang down in the front, if that makes sense at all. And these have been actually really good. They haven't done that, and you can also pick to have them completely white. I need to do that. These are my 3-year-olds. My baby, my 8-month-old, we have her in just like the plain white ones. That way it's not peeking through clothes. You know, the little designs aren't showing through clothes. I personally I really like them. So ever since we switched over, I haven't gone back. So I do subscribe to, you know, my 3-year-old's diapers and my 8-month diapers and wipes, and we get a percentage off with them. So, and I don't have to remember and be like, oh no, we're out of diapers, we're out of wipes. They just get sent automatically to my house every single month, and then if I'm getting too much, I can skip a month. It's great. So for you forgetful moms out there, which is basically everyone, because I don't know any mom that hasn't had mom brain or pregnancy brain and forgets things all the time like I do, subscribe and save to diapers or wipes, and wipes are a lifesaver for me. Another thing that I absolutely love, I've used it with both of my girls, and I don't know what I would do without this. My swaddling skills aren't very good with just a regular blanket. I'm just not good at it. My husband's really good at it, but for me, I'm not good. So they're these little Swaddle Blankets. I love them. So they're Velcro. Stick your little baby inside here, and it just folds up and it Velcros them in. So when they're, you know, newborns and they want to be swaddled, it just makes it so much easier to swaddle them with the little Velcro pieces here. And then you also have a little hole in the back to check if they have a dirty bum. It's just so much easier, so much more convenient than, you know, trying to wrap them in a blanket and then just, you know, rolling out of it, and they can get out of it really easy. This one, you can do it pretty tight, so they're really nice and snug in there. Both of my girls liked being swaddled when they were little, so these really, really came in handy for me. You can get them in packs on Amazon, and yeah, I just really, really like these for us, you know, moms that just need the convenience, one less struggle. This is something I would highly recommend. And now kind of on to some other things that I think that are super, super necessary right after you've had your baby. Kind of taking it back a little bit after you're home, you've, you know, gone through the delivery process, and, you know, you're feeling really great down, you know, there. Here are a couple things that I think that you absolutely 100% need. Epsom salt. So you say it? Epsom salt. I just spilled it everywhere. I actually hadn't used this stuff until after I had my baby. Obviously, things are gonna be pretty swollen, pretty tender, not feeling so hot. My doctor recommended taking like 3 salt baths every single day, and I did it, and it helped tremendously. When I was in so much pain, just walking around, everything hurt, I would go fill my bath probably like this full, put a couple cups of the salt in the bath, and I would just sit and soak in it, and it helped things so much. It just made me feel so much better. I could go hours in between, and this was just a lifesaver for me. It just soothed and just, you know, it was lovely. So if you have just had your baby and you need to soak in the tub, go grab some Epsom salt from the store, or you can order big, you know, a good size amount of it on Amazon as well. You can get like, I don't know, 13-pound bags or more on there. And that's something that I would highly recommend. Along with going with that, I don't have them with me anymore, but you get them in the hospital, and then you can also order them on Amazon. That's what I did when I ran out, is witch hazel pads. You can buy the pre-soaked ones. I'll put a little picture right here. And basically what I would do is take about 3 of them, put them in my pad, or the next thing that I'm going to talk about, put them in there and change them out every couple hours. It just helped so much with the pain and the discomfort. It would just soothe and just kind of cool everything down. So it's one thing that I would really recommend if you're struggling with the pain down there. And then when you're in the hospital, you actually get these like humongous pads. And you can't, I mean, I don't know how to get those not in the hospital. You can obviously ask for some when you're leaving to take home with you, but you're gonna need more. And I actually buy Depends. They actually work really, really well. It's basically the exact same thing. You get the big, you know, pad and the mesh underwear. It's basically it. And I just loved these. I would put my witch hazel pads on top of it and then put that on, and it would keep everything nice and secure. Or, you know, a little bag of ice or something, put that in there, and it just holds it all in. This just was a lifesaver for me. So that is about it, I think. I think I've covered everything that I want to talk about. If you guys didn't know, I mean, I've said it a billion times, I am a mom of 2. I've had 2 kids. I've had a C-section, and then I've had a normal delivery as well. So I've kind of got both ends of the spectrum with things that you're gonna deal with, and these are the products that I think that you absolutely need, that are super, super necessary. So these are just my preferences. These are things that I just could not live without with having my babies. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that this helped you out if you're gonna be a new mom and you're pregnant and, you know, anticipating your delivery. check these things out, maybe add them to your cart and purchase them if you haven't already. I think that they'd be very beneficial for you. I also have another Amazon favorites video if you guys want to check that out. I'll link it in my comments below. It's just kind of a wide variety of things that I talked about in there. A lot of, you know, kind of beauty items, makeup storage and things like that. Like I said, I'll go ahead and link it down below if you want to check that out. Thank you guys so much for watching, and don't forget to subscribe before you leave, and I'll see you next time. Bye.